Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. Today we got the nWo DVD collection for you. We got the Back in Black DVD as well as the Revolution. So nWo, the New World Order, has had a couple DVD releases. Not the best overall DVDs, so Back in Black is pretty rare, and the Revolution, I just think it was lacking some efforts there. So let's get right into this, guys. With Back in Black, we'll start with that one first. Released back in 2002 when the nWo came back to WWF, WWE, but really cool to see the nWo back in WWE. This is only a one disc, but a 3-hour runtime and 2002 release. Oddly enough, this is a WWE release, but the spine says WWF. Kind of weird, right? Only a couple DVDs are like that. During the name change, I'm sure they were, trying to concentrate on changing, so many other things. They, completely just passed their minds to switch that little letter to an E. But, I find it funny when I point things out like that. But, it's your basic kind of mini documentary, as I like to call them. Got just basic shots there from their time in WWE. Hogan and Rock, Spike Dudley, more Hogan and Rock. Kind of the leading up to WrestleMania 18. Really cool disc art. I really like that. If they made a disc art like this these days, I think I could live with that, but really nice insert. Famous Hogan leather jacket. He's worn that for many years. The documentary itself, we do have a few matches on here as well. Go from, Hogan, Razor, and Diesel history. All the way to their, debuts in WCW. From Scott Hall, Kevin Nash's debut, Bash at the Beach, 96. Ironically, Kevin Nash was injured around the time of this, was being recorded, so he's not on the DVD too much. It's more Hogan and Scott Hall, and ironically enough, Scott Hall was probably fired by the time this even was released. So, they run down some high points of the nWo and get into their WWE stuff versus Stone Cold and The Rock. Extras include Bash at the Beach 96. We got the War Games match in 96. Starrcade 98. Nash and Goldberg. And then the nWo Poison. We got a match from Raw here. Austin and Rock versus... It's actually all three members. And I'm not sure why they just put Scott Hall and Hulk Hogan. That's that match right before the... it's actually the go home to WrestleMania 18. So really cool there. My case is a little beat up, but oh well. nWo, the Revolution, I absolutely love the packaging on this. This is embossed. Really cool slip cover. So, got only 7-hour runtime. This came out in 2012. Again, your basic shot of the trio. So this is a brand new, never before seen documentary. Wouldn't say it's too new, but we got this. You can call this the New World Order of Pro Wrestling, brother. Got the famous moment at Bash at the Beach, 96. This is actually one of my favorite DVDs, packaging-wise. Really, really nice. Black and white, really cool. There's your disc art. nWo is the only way to go. And then behind it, I'm not the biggest fan of this documentary. I think it just kind of gets lost because they did so much stuff for WCW during this time. The Monday Night Wars, and then we also had, the Attitude Era and the WCW Nitro DVDs and this and that and the other. But, more artwork from Super Raw 97, Sold Out 97, and then Starrcade 98. So disc 1 is like another mini documentary. The Blu-ray on this actually has a round table with Kevin Nash and a few others. But disc 1, again, we got Hall and Nash's debut, some stuff with Piper, and their debut from No Way Out 2002. Matches include, a decent match selection, but not the best. This could have been a lot better. We got the Outsiders versus Savage, Sting and Luger. Bash at the Beach. The Giant versus Hogan. Outsiders versus Harlem Heat. Sting 6 versus the Bounty Hunter. Outsiders versus the Steiners. Hogan versus Piper. Hogan and Rodman versus Luger and the Giant. We got DDP versus the Macho Man. Awesome. Sting versus Hogan. Hogan versus Savage. Sting versus the Giant. Hogan and Eric Bischoff versus Jay Leno and DDP. We got another War Games match from 1998. Goldberg versus Kevin Nash again. And there's that match once again. Hogan, Nash, and Hall versus The Rock and Steve Austin. Also got Goldberg versus Brett. So, decent match selection, but could have been a lot better. This one is, sadly, it's a bit underwhelming. So, let me know your thoughts on these two releases, guys. I definitely recommend Back in Black, but the Revolution, it's a bit of a thumbs up, thumbs down situation. Take some time and subscribe, guys. We'll talk to you later. Peace.